The first game that we have is called Multiplication War. You can take a deck of cards. I bought these cards at Dollar Tree because we use cards for a lot of different math games. Any deck of cards will work. You can even make your own, either using index cards or cutting up lined paper and creating cards 0 through 9. You will need a score sheet and someone to play with, or you can practice by yourself. When using a deck of cards, King, Queen, Jack, and Aces are 0, or you can challenge yourself by making Jacks 10, Queens 11, Kings 12, and Aces 0. It really just depends on your ability. When playing with a partner, what you want to do is divide the deck in half, and whoever can multiply the two cards correctly the fastest gets 1 point. When playing by yourself, you'll flip the two cards over and multiply the two numbers. If you're playing by yourself, you can make it more interesting by challenging yourself and setting a timer. If you answer correctly within the time, you can give yourself a point. I recommend starting with 30 seconds, and if that's too much time, you can reduce the amount of time. Flashcards. This is a flashcard game. The downside to this game is that most of you probably do not have multiplication flashcards on hand and would have to go buy them. These are from the Target dollar spot. When playing with a partner, you can divide the deck in half. Each player puts the stack in front of them, and when both players have answered their card correctly, the player with the higher answer collects both cards. The person with the most cards wins. When playing by yourself, you will multiply and see how many you can answer. I would make it a challenge by saying if I answer 3 incorrectly, I lose or will have to shuffle and restart the game. Spinner multiplication. This can either be played by using a board game spinner that has numbers on it, or creating your own by drawing a circle on a piece of paper and dividing the circle into tenths, labeling each section a number 0 through 9. They don't have to be in order. You can also challenge yourself by including the numbers 10, 11, 12. If you're creating the spinner, you will need a paper clip and a pencil to create the spinner part. When playing, you spin the spinner twice and multiply those numbers. Fact families. You'd pick 2 random numbers. In this case, I chose 3 and 5. I know 5 times 3 is 15, so I cut a triangle from a piece of paper. I used a sticky note because it was the first piece of paper I saw on my desk. I put 3 in one corner, 5 in another corner, and 15 in another corner. You'd need to repeat creating these until you've gone through all the facts for 0 through 9. The way you'd play is draw the card, list all the facts. In this case, 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 3 is 15, 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Domino facts. This game requires dominoes, and I'm honestly not sure where you could find dominoes. I'd probably check Dollar Tree, but these were my grandfather's, so I had them on hand. This game, you place all the dominoes down on a table, flip 2 over and multiply, and there should be 2 answers. Rolling factors. Rolling factors. With this game, you'll need 1 or 2 dice. 2 dice is ideal, however, if you have 1, it'll work. If you have 2 dice, you can roll the 2 dice and multiply both numbers. Or if you have 1, you'll just have to roll it twice. The last game is grab bag fact. This one you'll have to get a piece of paper and any kind of bag or container. It doesn't really matter. For this one, I used an empty Clorox wipe container. You'll write the numbers 0 through 9 a few times and cut them or tear them and place them in the bag or container. Each time you reach into the bag, you'll grab 2 numbers and multiply them. Bonus games. You can use a random number generator. Something that I use when creating word problems is Google's random number generator. So you can just Google random number generator, set your minimum to 0 and your maximum to 9 and hit generate. You can do this twice and multiply the 2 numbers. There's zero prep, and it's something you can do on the go. Lastly, there's Sushi Monster. This is my favorite app and game for students to play. It's an app you can download. I have it on my iPhone and my iPads. It's free and fun, and it increases levels. My students love playing it. All of these games can be used for addition fact fluency as well. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions.